Welcome to our series of videos on the construction of the AKCP 1 megawatt test data center. For those of you who are following along, you may want to skip forward a few moments as I just do a brief introduction to what it is we're doing here. So what you can see on the screen right now is our 3D representation of the test data center that's under construction. We've got hot aisle containment, cold aisle containment, fan walls, and at the moment we're doing construction of a steel structure which is going to support our overhead rooftop heat exchangers. We have a few videos which go into more detail on this, which you can check out the link in the description. In addition to the hot aisle containment with the rooftop heat exchangers, we'll also have in-row AHUs and the fan wall in there. And then in our cold aisle containment area, we have a raised access floor and in-row AHUs also. So I hope that you find these videos informative and you like and subscribe and follow along with our series of videos. This week, we've finished finally now the steel structure behind me. So everything is done other than painting. This week, we spent our time getting the rest of the columns up, the cross beams in, everything welded into place. We've put some epoxy fiberglass filler in some of the gaps just to tidy up all of the joints, and we've painted it all with rust converter. You can see they've all got this black color to them. That's an iron phosphate finish. So we paint on phosphoric acid, and that converts the iron oxide into iron phosphate, which is what you see now on the back here. So ready to be painted. That's converted to rust, so we don't get any bubbling of the paint. Next thing then here, after this is painted, will be that we can start installing the bus bars. We've had some work done this week also on the electrics. We've got some electrical cables here on the floor, which are currently being measured, ready to be run. We've got some ducting around here and cable trays carrying some of the cables. So we've been running a lot of cable this week and installing a lot of cable trays. We'll check that out later in the video. And then what we're going to be doing, hopefully, I think on Saturday, we've started bringing in over here, we've got some sand and cement that's going to be poured on the floor here. So this whole area will have a level floor poured. The problem at the moment, it's not very level. And so if we open the doors of the racks, they're kind of hitting the floor and things. So these are some of the challenges you have when you're working with an existing structure and you're trying to convert it to a new purpose. So we'll be pouring a level concrete floor in here, about 2 inches or so. That's also going to bury all of the base plates that we have on the steel structure here. So all you're going to see then sticking out will be the actual columns. Once we get that level floor in, this can be painted with a rubberized floor paint. We finish off painting all of the walls, the steel structure. We still have HVAC ductworks to be put in, which will be used for cooling the control room and presentation areas, the non-data center parts of the facility. And then we'll be almost done. Then we'll just be ready then for the water pipes to be installed and for the electric to be turned on and for the racks to be moved into place. We've still got then all of the AKCP sensors to install and the whole system to then come online. So there's still lots to be done. It's getting quite exciting as we get closer to finishing the construction phase and we move on to the actual data center installation phase, really. So let's check out our video for this week on how things have gone. As well as the data center, we also have an area in the facility for making presentations, an office area, and monitoring room. So in that area, we are going to also need to cool. So we're going to be using this centrifugal fan that's just been delivered to blow the air into that part of the facility. So we'll have some duct work that's going to carry the cold air to the non-data center areas of the facility, cool those, and return warm air back to the fan, where there'll also be a heat exchanger which will be cooling the air, and that will be connected up to our chilled water system. We'll be doing some more videos in the coming weeks where we will be looking deeper into our cooling system and how exactly that works and what we're doing in our facility in order to make the cooling more efficient. So every week we test the generator just to make sure that it runs. It's not good for the engines to sit for too long without being operational, so weekly we turn it on, we run it for 15-20 minutes. That circulates the lubricants and just makes sure that it's kept in good condition. So it also helps maintain the battery as well. So this is the startup procedure. Basically, we have an isolation switch where we can isolate the battery. So we make sure first that's on. We make sure that the fuel valve is open, and we turn on at the control switch here, and it's just pretty simple. Just hit start. So we leave that to run for a while, and what we're going to do now is actually go and test the centrifugal fan that you saw earlier and make sure that that's working. We'll power it from the 3-phase generator. So temporarily we've got this breaker panel set up here. This was from our old test data center. This is hooked up back to the genset. We've got a main on-off switch here, and we've connected up our centrifugal fan to one of these circuits. So we're going to turn this on and check out the fan. So the fan's working, it's pretty powerful. So thanks for tuning in to this week's construction update on our test data center facility. Don't forget to like and subscribe to be kept up to date. We're trying to publish at the moment at least one video a week, charting our progress of the conversion of this building into a 1 megawatt test data center facility, where we're showcasing all of the AKCP technology for environmental monitoring, security, power monitoring, and our complete data center package design backed by Sensor CFD. So please follow us along, and I'll see you in our next video.